Hey guys, Chef Christian here. Now I'm very excited to show you guys this technique because it's something that I think that you'll want to use over and over again, how to properly roast vegetables. Now if you've had roast vegetables in a restaurant or maybe somebody else made it for you and you thought, wow, this is great. You got these little crispy caramelized bits and the vegetables are not overcooked and they taste great and you're wondering, wow, how do we do this? Well, in this video you're going to learn it's actually quite easy, so stay tuned. Alright, so you want to roast some vegetables. This is really easy. Alright, I'll take you through it. So here we have some broccoli, cauliflower, and some really nice carrots. And what do you need to know? You need to know that vegetables that grow above ground, like these ones, take less time to cook than vegetables that grow below ground. Okay, like these carrots here. But I've gone ahead and got some thin carrots, so they're going to cook pretty quickly, and then these I'll make nice and large and chunky so they'll take longer to cook. So overall it's all gonna cook kind of the same. Alright, now let's get on to our baking sheet. To make your life easy, you want a baking sheet, but you want to cover it with tin foil. Okay, and I'm gonna show you a little trick here. You see this tin foil has a shiny side, and if we flip it over, a not so shiny side. So always remember this pun. The non-shiny side is the non-stick side. Okay, that's the side that you want to come in contact with the food. Okay, so this baking sheet is ready for our vegetables. Okay, so I'm going to start cutting these vegetables. First, I'm going to do the broccoli. Now, you'll notice that I use my hands a lot, okay? And I don't really rely on my knife very much because it's a lot easier to actually do this and just break them up with your hands. That way you can control how big or how small you want the pieces. And really, you save yourself a lot of time. Same thing with this cauliflower. Okay, you can literally just snap them like this and just crack them with your hands. Nice big chunks onto our baking sheet. Now these carrots, they're pretty thin, so I'm not really going to do anything to them. They're going to go right on the baking sheet. And if you have some carrots that are a little thicker, then you can cut them in half lengthwise. So just like this, for example. Now with these leftovers, I actually have rabbits, like wild rabbits in my backyard. So I don't need to throw these out. I just put them out there. And probably in a night or two they're gone. Good way to recycle vegetables. Alright, now before you put these in the oven, you want to do a couple of things. First, you want to spread them out to make sure that they are as flat as possible. Okay, you don't really want big mounds of vegetables sitting together. Alright, so let's kind of separate these carrots. Alright, so everything's kind of flat, so it'll cook somewhat evenly. Okay, now you want to get some oil on these vegetables because oil, if you cover them, if you coat them lightly in oil, it'll help them roast evenly. Now, if you have some spray oil, that is probably the ideal thing. Or if you don't, then you can just sort of put some regular olive oil, just like that, and massage your vegetables a little bit. But if you have the spray oil, much easier. There, they're all covered. Okay, and then you want to take a little bit of salt and just sprinkle a little bit of salt on there. You don't want to put organic spices like black pepper, dried herbs, things like that, because those things burn. Salt is a mineral, it doesn't burn. So you can put the other spices when you're done roasting these. Alright, so now these are going to go in the oven at 400 for 25 minutes. Alright, so in my oven these took 25 minutes, and you can see that these are really nicely roasted, and there is a fine line between roasted and burnt. So these are roasted, okay? If these were completely browned out, I would consider them burned. Okay, you can see the carrots are nicely roasted. Okay, they're nice and soft, but still a little crunchy on the inside. You can see that the broccoli and the cauliflower has nicely crisp roast skin, while the inside is still a little bit crunchy, but all the way cooked through. So these are your textbook roasted vegetables. Okay, so let's plate these. So I like to use these nice long plates. Put your roasted vegetables in the middle. And here we have a beautiful platter of roasted vegetables.